This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we got CAMRON. CAMRON and Un. He used to be signed to Un Rivera. Un Rivera used to manage Biggie. CAMRON dropped one album with Un and then went direct with Sony. That didn't work out. And then he got on Rockefeller. Un was recently doing some interviews. CAMRON is cool with Un, but sometimes Un just talks too much, right? And Un was talking about, during the verses, if he had done more Confessions of Fire albums, that's the album he dropped with CAMRON, he would have won. That's New York Records. And then he said something corny like, and I like Un, it's just that this was a corny thing where it's like, I just dropped a record with your daddy, meaning DMX, because he had a record with DMX and dropped the mic and walk out. What? Okay, so anyways, CAMRON responds and says, hey, you shouldn't be talking to me or talking about me. I just helped you out of debt. Da-da-da-da-da. Lance Un Rivera says, I thought it was a gift. Blah, 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 right? Whatever. Who cares? Okay. Jim Jones jumps in and says, sucker stuff. I'm going to mind my business. Well, you didn't mind your business. You didn't mind your business. And then Funk Flex is begging them to work it out. Shut up, Flex. Oh, gosh. Flex be beefing with everybody and then wants other people to work it out. So anyways, Jim Jones is desperate to have another beef with CAMRON. That really boosted his business earlier this year. He did the thing with Kanye. Being around Kanye, he was able to introduce some crypto guy to Kanye. Recently, that crypto thing came out and flopped 2 days ago. And I think that's why Jim Jones is looking for more beef. This worked before. If Jim Jones wasn't... So it was supposed to be $2 million Jim Jones was supposed to be paid for, right? For the hookup. And I don't think it was all paid in cash. I bet you he got like $500,000 for that and $1.5 million in crypto. And he probably held on to the crypto. He didn't sell it right when it hit, right? I would have sold it immediately because it's a meme coin. But he thought maybe they'll go up. Most of those people lost their money within 10 hours. The easy coin. Kanye announced it 9 hours later. Done. They won't buy everything Kanye's selling. Maybe merch. That's about it. So anyways, Jim Jones is looking for more promo. This comes out about the Kendrick signed his deal right before the Drake beef. So he dropped the song with Future on Future's album, dissing Drake. Drake took the bait, dissed Kendrick. Dissed him again and taunted him to come out. Meanwhile, Kendrick was finishing his deal with Interscope and then began to drop music. One hell of a plan. He was off TDE in 2022. Starts off 2024 dissing Drake. Drake takes the bait. Disses him, which... whoever he was talking to for deals is now like, all right, we're interested. Let's get this done. And he says, let's get it done fast. And I got records for Drake, and we can make money off those. They said, okay, and how fast can you have an album? Because they know this is going to be good. Meanwhile, and all along, it's the same entity Drake's on, UMG system. Interscope's in the UMG system. And then they ink the deal, and he drops his records, returning to Drake. And they go back and forth for about a week and a half, and it's done. And they get one of their biggest records of the year. I mean, it worked out pretty sweet. If Drake never took the bait, never would have been so sweet. It would have been a wrap. But Drake took the bait, and in turn, ruined his own deal. That's crazy. This is where you're going to see Drake do misstep after misstep, I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think Drake's going to completely recover from this. I just don't think so. He doesn't have the backing of UMG like he once did. I think what'll happen is he will get a settlement from UMG. And he'll go independent and he won't sell as much. That's my thoughts. But I'm not, I could be wrong. Because I think this For the Dogs is his last album. And he's not even really focused on dropping his last album. He says he is. But he's on tour. Then he did I'll tell you the worst thing he did. Oh, yeah, before I move on. This guy, DJ Head. He's like, why wouldn't he work on his deal? What, like he knew about the whole thing and all that? You didn't know about anything. You're not in like that. You're the radio guy, and he's like, let me tell you guys how a label works. You never had a label. I had a label before. I kind of but still, that's just business deal. Like you're not breaking anything down. Yeah, and these labels, these local labels like TD, not even local. These just independent labels can have deals with multiple distributors. Yes. But he likes to act like he's the Kendrick insider. He's not, I don't know. And Academics isn't even a Drake insider, really. Like, he is, but it's like, and no slight to Academics. It's just that Drake is just not for anybody else but himself. He'll show love to an Aiden Ross before he'll show love to anybody in rap. It's just a fact. Before we move on to this is crazy. Rampage Jackson's son, I guess he's cooked. We'll get to that in a second. Drake is doing another podcast with Bobby Altoff, which is insane. Academics was reacting to it and is like, I don't even understand this. It's like he's not reading the room. He keeps uplifting creators that aren't even in the culture. Bobby Altoff, nobody wanted that. She had a big grand entrance last time with Drake, then did Lil Yachty, then did a couple other people. Nobody wanted it, and they canceled it. And now they're trying to rebrand it. What's going to make this one work? That's what I don't know. What's going to make this one work over all the other ones? It's the same thing. And you know what? Drake has way more clout now doing this. Drake has way more clout. So, and yet he still is yet to do a sit down with Academics and other people that really support him. He really just does like Aiden Ross, Bobby Altoff, Zane Lowe, like really softball things. Like, and Academics does nothing but support this guy. It's kind of sad to watch. Not like that Drake treats him like this, because really this is the guy that always has your back. Yet you're uplifting Bobby Altoff. Who is she? Nobody. She's from TikTok, bro. Anyways. Rampage Jackson's son got into it with a wrestler. I don't even know why he was there, but he was there. And this guy, Psycho Stu, they were joking around or something, but then this guy, Psycho Stu, made the mistake of breaking a beer can on his head, but like wrestler style, so it looks fake. He got mad, wanted to beat him up right there, right? So then, supposedly he got the go-ahead to go in the ring, right? Because he's on the... Let's see, let me play it. When he's on stream, he says this.
No, they didn't tell me to fake hit him. They said I could hit him for real. Yeah, they allowed me to hit him for real. I want him to.
So, like, they're going to say, like, he's saying, like, they're going to let me go in and we can have a match, but for real. And if he beats me up, he beats me up. But he ended up picking the guy up, slamming him. I'm not going to show it because it's just, I don't even know if the guy's still alive, man. To be honest. He got on top of him, just started hitting him. And supposedly the police are looking for him. because he walked off after the incident. Rampage Jackson and him were both banned from Kick now. I hope he didn't kill that guy. I can understand he was mad, but that was a savage move, bro. I'm not completely blaming him, but that was savage. I think he had the go-ahead to go in there, and it went left, to be honest. But, oof. Anyways, I hope he's okay. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one. Smash that like button for me. If you want to run ads in the channel, it's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Peace.